Hello there, I'm the CCG Collector, and this is the final installment in my Star Wars CCG sealed product series. Now, I've already gone over the more obvious ones, like booster packs and starter decks, anthologies, promotional items, but it turns out there is another Star Wars CCG related product that you can get in a sealed state, and that is gaming magazines. In the 90s, when CCGs were incredibly popular, there were several magazines devoted to the hobby, most notably Scry and Inquest. As the Star Wars CCG was bouncing between the second most and the most popular CCG in the 90s, it of course received coverage and support from these magazines, often in the form of promotional or supplemental cards and materials. I've been collecting sealed versions of the significant ones, and as I finally have all of the items I'm aware of, it's time to share them. So we'll start with what is probably the least interesting one of the mix. And that is Inquest number 38. Now, the reason I say this is the least interesting one is, unfortunately, the way it's bagged and boarded. You can't see the magazine itself, but you can see the Star Wars item and the banner here broadcasting what that item is. This is a playmat for the Star Wars CCG. It's got, of course, the used pile, force pile, reserve deck, and this is the dark side. There's also, if you flip it over, a light side version of it as well. So that came with Inquest number 38, which was released in June of 1998. Next up is Scry number 18. This was published in February 1997, and it included the Jedi Pack, a Hoth Rules supplement, and a Hoth checklist. And you can see that Jedi Pack in the back there. After that came Scry 4/2. Now this was June 1997, and it had a Dagobah Rules supplement and checklist, and it also contained the Rebel Leader pack, which you can see there. There's Gold Leader and Gold 1, and of course, also in that pack would be Red Leader and Red 1. Following that, this was the hardest one for me to get sealed, and as you can see, it's kind of a little bit beaten up as a result, but it is in its original shrink wrap, is Scry 4.3. Now this was August 1997, and it included the Scry Player's Guide, which is a 40-page game text and info of all the cards through Dagobah. And I actually happen to have that in an unsealed state, and this is what it looks like. I can probably, so that's that. You can see it in the back there. Very nice. Scry kept on producing Star Wars promotional products. This right here is Scry 4.4, released in November of 1997, and it included a Cloud City preview and checklist packet, I guess, or sheet, but it also had the revised Asteroid Sanctuary cards from Dagobah. So Asteroid Sanctuary, you can't really see it here. I imagine it's probably right there. You can see the border of that. But there was a card that was printed with game text that made it very easy to abuse. So Decipher went ahead and corrected that, and Scry went ahead and released that. Next up, Scry 4.5. This is January 1998, and it included a Scry Rules supplement, which is 10-page rules supplements from A New Hope to Cloud City, and it also contained a Cloud City checklist. That's this big book right here, which is, in fact, fairly certain separate from the magazine. So there you go. Following that, they didn't have another Star Wars promotional product bit until January, of 1998. This is Scry 5.2. This is June of 1998, and this included the oversized Boba Fett sticker, which you can see right there. Quite nice. Peel it off, put it on your, gaming case or favorite place to put stickers. It also contained Jabba's Palace supplement and checklist and player's guide. So those are all the ones that I am confident are the Star Wars CCG. However, I did find on eBay some time ago this Inquest magazine. This is Inquest number 35, I believe, from March 1998. It says, extra, Star Wars card inside, I can't tell what card that is. Can't tell if it's even Star Wars CCG. Might be, like a Topps trading card or something of the sort. But I am including this for the sake of completeness. If anyone knows what Star Wars card that is, definitely let me know. And that is that. That is it for the magazines. However, there is actually one surprise sealed product yet to show. Now, this is one that I did not even know about until this past year. I think a lot of people in the Star Wars CCG community didn't know about it either. But here it is. The Star Wars Introductory Two-Player Game. Well, hold on. You've already gone over this, right, CCG Collector? Sort of. The one I went over was this guy. You can see there 2 different boxes, 2 different sizes. And this guy right here was released in the United States by Parker Brothers. So Parker Brothers obviously is a board game publisher in the United States. And as CCGs were fairly new and unusual at the time, Decipher tried to present this 2-player game in a format more familiar to the average consumer. And so they went through Parker Brothers to do so. In the UK, that was not the case. Parker Brothers did not exist as a publisher there. Instead, they had one known as Waddington's. So as far as I know, this is identical contents. Everything's still in English. It still has the 2 preset decks. It still has the booster pack, I think. But the difference is it was released in a different place, and it is a slightly different sized box. So, that is that. That is, as far as I know, every single sealed product that exists for the Star Wars CCG. Not counting, of course, booster boxes. And obviously there are tons of products that I haven't covered in these videos, like tournament prizes such as medals and binders and trophies, backpacks, all that. Haven't covered sell sheets or posters or banners or t-shirts. There are Star Wars CCG t-shirts. But those are all far too broad and varied for me to even think about pursuing. But hopefully what I've shown is informative and helpful. And if you're new to this series, definitely check out the previous 5 videos where I go over all of the other sealed products you can find in the Star Wars CCG. And with that, I'm the CCG Collector. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I will see you next time.